Good morning, ladies. We are cruising through our second week of our challenge. I am going to cover chapters 9 and 10 in our book. We're halfway through. So the first chapter she calls, "But exercise makes me want to cry." And here's the thing. Some people really love exercise. And if they don't love it, they're really able to connect to how they feel afterwards and on and on and on. Some people don't like it. And some people may never like it. I really go in and out of how I feel about it. I do make an effort to do it because, and this is another piece, I think a lot of us misunderstand the exercise component in a healthy lifestyle. As we've talked about before, you cannot out-train a bad diet. Exercising purely to see physical results is most likely going to disappoint. So there's that. Exercise changes your brain chemistry very quickly, very intentionally. It is so effective to change the way that you think and feel. That's really what I go to for exercise. It also gives you a sense of feeling very in your body and confident in your body, not necessarily because of what you're seeing happening, but because you're owning your physicality when you exercise. A lot of times, I think, especially as women, we can actually sort of, because we become so hateful of our bodies, we disown it. We distance ourselves from our physical bodies. And exercise brings you back into your body, especially and only if it's done with love. A lot of people exercise because they hate their bodies. Okay? We need to say that. And that can't be you. That can't be why you do it. So if that's why you're doing it, if you're exercising because you ate too much or because you are hating a part of your body, that is not exercising with the Spirit of God in you. Okay. Just my little soapbox about exercise. So Lisa's one who does not like exercise, and she really gets into the details of how hard she has to work to get it done and how much she's learned over time to rely on God's power to get it done. So if you hate it, admit it and lean on God for that, and lean on His power and strength to pray for the desire and then put one foot in front of the other. Push play. For some people, and probably for all of us, it's just not easy all the time, right? So rely on God to get it done. Chapter 10. This isn't fair. Okay. She does such a good job of breaking down the mental cycle here. So she's on her honeymoon and she's got this whole great new eating plan, and there they are on their honeymoon and there's this dessert in front of her, and there goes the cycle, right? One bite won't hurt. Look at everyone else not caring. What does it really matter? This isn't fair. But then she goes through thinking past that bite or two or three or however many it would have ended up being, and how would that feel? So this is what she says. After, so you do it that night, you eat all the food. And then the next morning, guilt floods her body. Questions fill her mind. Self-doubt wrecks her confidence. It makes me cry because this is the cycle we get into with food and with things that distract us and hold our hearts more than God. This is what am I right? Is she right? It's just, this is what happens. And it starts with that lie that it's not fair. And why can they? And why can't I? And really, it's just none of our business how other people we perceive they can live their life, or they do live their life, or whatever. We've got our thing going on with God, and He made us the way that He did. And I'll tell you something that I'm personally dealing with. God has started talking to me about my coffee, which I've had a very lukewarm, pretty annoyed response to. And right, like, what's wrong with a cup of coffee in the morning? And what He's telling me is, Kristen, you're such a sensitive person, and that is a gift that I gave you, but that also means kind of no chemicals work for you at all. sugar, coffee, alcohol, none of it, they just don't work for me. I am not at my best when I consume these things, and that includes coffee. And I don't know what I'm gonna do about it, right? I'm gonna pray about it. You can pray for me. But I just wanna be real transparent about, you know, I have a pretty good diet. I don't really struggle there, but there's still pieces where he is working, and asking me to give up things that I love and you know, and like I said, he's told me why. It's because you're super sensitive and I made you that way for a reason, for good things, but therefore this other side. Okay, hopefully that all makes sense. I'm gonna end the video. I have a specific nutrition video I wanna do for y'all. I know it's a lot of videos, but I'm gonna get it done and put it in here at some point because I think we need to talk about some specifics about what we're eating. Okay, love y'all. Talk to you soon.